Hi everyone, exactly 5 years ago I made a video about my Lego collection, and I thought 5 years on, let's do a little update. So this is my new space where I generally build. We've got these two big black bins containing the bulk of the pieces, and then a few specialized bins up here, so let's run through these. This is really my favorite bin because it's got all the gears, and I don't know, looking at gears always gets me excited to build something. It's all fairly self-explanatory: differentials, worm drives, these old style gears from the 70s. And then here we've got gearbox stuff, including this new style differential housing. And this bin is sort of the pieces that I only have one of. That's my little special bin. On the other side of this, we've got these sort of small connector pins. We've got the right angle ones, the simple ones, 180-degree ones, and then pins, more of these here. This is all ball joint related stuff. This is my sort of random assortment of non-Technic bits that still come in handy a lot for builds that I keep in there. And obviously a bunch of 3 long connector pins. This second bin contains a bit more of a random assortment of things. We've got steering wheels, brake related stuff, pistons and crankshaft related things, CV and U-joints, winch style things. That's just really random over there. And then we've got all these different types of strange axles, you know, axles with flanges at the end or with a smooth part in the middle. And then on the flip side of this thing, we've got regular axles. This is fairly self-explanatory. All the different lengths of axle are to be found here. This next bin contains all of the half-width lift arms of all shapes and sizes, including these funny-shaped ones. And then in the back here, we've got all sorts of connectors that are not at 90 degrees. So obviously you've got these, and then you've also got these, which are really useful for making small V6 engines. And on the flip side, once again, here we have all sorts of sleeves and connectors and things like that, and also the 2 long axles over here. Lastly, on this top surface, we have this jar full of frictionless pins. Let's open up one of these and see what's inside. So this bin contains all of my lift arms, and up here we've got all the other containers that were in there. So this one contains all the sort of 90-degree connectors, and it's a huge variety of stuff and by far the least organized bin of all. And then here we have all manner of friction pins, again a pretty large container. This one is another fun one. This contains all pneumatics and suspension pieces. We've got pneumatics up here, suspension, and also linear actuators. That sort of makes sense in my head to group those things together. And here we've got this bag full of rather random stuff. Here we've got all manner of gears that are too big to fit inside the gear bin, including turntables and these really old-fashioned gears. Here we've got sort of flexible tubes and things, and we've got propellers and stuff like that up here. Next, let's look into the other bin here. On top, we've got all of my wheels, which we'll take a better look at in a sec. And then we've got electric bits, suspension parts, and Technic bricks. And then at the very bottom here, we've got panels and large frames. So I've got all sorts of wheels here. This is one that I use very often. This is my biggest one, which I'm planning to use more. These are really massive, good for off-roaders. And then we've also got this size. These are ones that I use very often. And honestly, all these small ones I very rarely use, but they're still fun. And these remaining bags really ought to be sorted a little bit better, but like I mentioned earlier, all manner of Technic bricks. And this is suspension parts, so that includes hubs, wishbones, and also these ball joint ended tie rods and things. And then finally, power function stuff, batteries, motors, etc., as well as these wind-up motors. So that's my Lego building space and all of my parts. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.